Hello and welcome to Audio Adventures. This is a D&D 5th edition podcast that is made by friends, with friends, and for friends. And if you clicked on us, buckle up. It's going to be a crazy magic carpet ride for you and me. This podcast is used by my nerdy friends and I to escape our lives for a time and act out some pretty ridiculous scenarios. And we are so glad to have you here. A couple things before we start. Our group loves the rule of cool, so I'm sure we will get rules wrong. So if we do, please feel free to tell us in a kind fashion down in the comments. Also, if you want to contribute to the fantastical world of Seblos where this campaign takes place, please make a comment and you may be seeing that kobold cleric in the very near future, along with your name in the show as well. Now, please grab a seat and some popcorn, and let's meet our Wandering Vanguard. Audio Adventures is a D&D 5th edition homebrewed podcast and may deal with triggering themes at times. Viewer discretion is advised. Trigger warnings can be found in the description.
Previously on the Wandering Vanguard.
Natural 20. I rolled a natural 20. Well, it's a 19. It's 19. I have a negative 1, but I rolled a natural 20.
Are you sure?
Ta-da.
No, I trust you. That's not what I'm asking you about. Are you sure?
Are you sure that I want to keep pushing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just holler out, Tomb, do you care if I push deeper?
Keep going.
Okay. After I hear keep going, I push through.
Push through and you hear and you look up and you see a crack start to form in this blue energy. And it shatters. Silence falls over as Tomb and Tibril, you both hear whispers. And you, ever since you had that emblem emblazoned on your body, they stopped. But ever since Tibril just broke whatever he broke,
I try to reach Tibble and I tell him to leave because it's too dangerous.
Whispers, several voices filtering through. Break, tear, kill. You hear in the faint distance what could be Tomb, but you have no idea what he is saying, what is happening. These voices are overwhelming you.
I'm just gonna keep repeating the same thing, just like just get out, it's dangerous. Stop. And just repeat that.
You're hearing these voices swirl around your head, and they're overwhelming your senses and making you unable to move and unable to hear Tomb, and Tomb not knowing what to do, and these voices that he hasn't heard in months just start filtering back into his head.
Oh, shit. No.
That is where we begin.
From there, we're gonna cut over to Nyx.
Hello.
Hey, friend. So you are working on your experiment, your shenanigans.
Yes.
Would you like to continue just to sit there and do that?
I'm also munching on the food. And I get a few bites in, and I switch over to something different. Take a bite, and I just get really happy because it tastes really good. It reminds me of before I moved away from my home. And I I accidentally cast Aura of Vitality, which all it does is healing energy radiates from you in an aura of 30 feet. And until the spell ends, the aura moves with you centered on you. You can use the bonus action to cause one creature in the aura to regain 2d6 hit points. I'm not going to do that. I just want to make myself glow a little bit on accident.
Alright. So you are eating your food, having a wonderful grand old time, and the food is great, and it seems that you might be making some form of headway with whatever is happening in this. And for a while, you're just sort of like in a space that you really haven't been able to get back to ever since you left. And roll a perception check for me.
Ooh, perception. Natural 1. And I think my modifier is 0. My modifier is 0. I am blind.
Oh my god.
Alright. Yeah, you just sit there and you were able to just finish your food. And it seems that you're thinking about this sort of memory machine. All of the complexities. Why can't we speak that one god's name? What is the relevance of taking followers away from the god and snuffing out the name? Names have power? Does that mean you have to get the names of every important figure? No, that doesn't sound right. Must be only related to gods. And then you think more and more about sort of maybe you can make a helmet. Maybe you can make a portal that would restore memories. And just sort of everything's flowing through your head right now. And it seems that you might be on a pretty good pace to maybe get started on this large project.
Alright.
Is there anything else you would like to do other than that?
No, just like, I'm focused, hardcore.
Alright.
Actually, once I finish eating, I'm gonna go back up to my room and work in there.
As you get up, everyone's kind of like looking at you, and you're wondering why, but like, don't give them any meaning, but everyone was kind of looking at you because you were glowing. And
I only glowed for a minute.
yeah, it was still pretty bright. And as you look up, you kind of see, making direct eye contact with you, a elven woman in a dark cloak with brown skin, gray eyes, and red lips. Her hair is shaved on her left side of her head, and it is long down just past her chest. That is just looking at you with an eyebrow raised from across the table as you now come to notice the world around you.
What?
You're definitely not from around here, I can see that.
But
What gave it away? The white skin, the red eyes, the non-pointy ears?
I mean, all of it, but there's no need to be rude. I was actually just quite wondering what you were so intently working on.
Oh, one of the members of the party that I'm traveling with, has a memory gap, and I'm trying to work up a device that can recover that memory for them.
A memory gap, you say? Do you... Ooh, that is an intriguing concept you have.
I know, right? I just I can't get over. Like we had met a dragon god recently, and he had been talking about how his brother, insert static here, because I'm gonna say the name, not even thinking about it.
Oh.
And talking about how, we were talking about how, for whatever reason, if you don't know his name, you can't hear it. Oh, I said the name. I apologize, because that probably hurt.
Not going to lie, it actually did hurt quite a bit, but, could I ask you, who are your companions? What does your companions look like? Because I might have just seen them.
One's a giant robot.
Oh, I haven't seen them.
One's an elf. One's a half-elf. One's a cat. One's a child. One's a devil. Am I forgetting anybody?
You have a Goliath, Beliana, and an old man as well.
We have a Goliath?
Yeah, you have a Goliath friend that you guys...
And who's Beliana?
Beliana is your Goliath friend that you guys took from the Goliath encampment.
She has elf ears.
That has elf ears.
We have a half elf, half Goliath chick.
That's a combination that can happen?
I know, right? I'm so confused. And then
That would confuse me as well.
yeah, I think that's everybody. I think. Oh, and the elf has a robot arm.
You have several interesting allies. One of them is a cat.
Well, I'm not sure if he's a cat or a human that decided that he wanted to wear a cat suit. I haven't figured that out yet.
Interesting. Well, you seem to be a noble yourself. I can see by your attire and the way you move.
I'm not wearing noble attire currently. I'm wearing my armor like I normally do. And it somehow has grease stains on it.
Mm-hmm. She's looking at that. She still says that.
Do I notice this weird coincidence? Do I hear her say by the clothes? I can tell by the clothes that you wear, because I have by far the least noble, the person that acts the least like a noble in my family. And I've made sure to always never act like my family's noble tendencies.
Yes, she says it plainly at you.
Okay. I'm going to quickly close my notebook and say...
Close what?
My notebook that I've been writing in.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, well, I gotta go. And I turn and walk away.
Cool. And you walk upstairs to your room.
And I
Shut the
close.
door?
I shut the door. And unfortunately, on this character, I don't have any bear traps. It's very unfortunate.
I know Fez off with all of his bear traps.
Every time we're in an inn.
Alright.
Yeah. And I'm gonna continue I'm going to start working on stuff again, but I'm also going to keep an eye on the entrances to my room. So like, if I have a window, I'm going to keep my attention, a little bit of my attention there, and a little bit of my attention on the door, because that set off bells in my head.
All right.
Especially because my signet ring is invisible currently.
Oh yeah. And why don't we take a potty break?
Hey there, everyone. I thought I would take this opportunity in our show to do some catching up. Some announceroonies, some talkies, even. Just to remind you all of our social medias, you can find us on Twitter, Audio Adventures at the username AudioAdventure2. Why 2, you ask? Well, number 1 was taken. Ayy. We are also on Facebook and Instagram. We have also set up a Ko-Fi. We had a couple comments made at us about being able to support us a bit with that good green juice that the world just seems to run on. So, if you're feeling generous towards us, that would be one of the avenues to help us grow and to encourage us as the artist as well. Another avenue to help us thrive and grow is to share and tell your friends about us. We are one of the many, many, many D&D podcasts out there, so we are ecstatic whenever someone wants to listen to us play D&D. We don't spend any money to advertise this show, so your support means that much more to us. And since there are more of us now, here is our Wandering Vanguard.
Well, I am Zach, and I will be playing Tavis, who is an Eladrin sorcerer. The only interesting fact that I can think of for him is that his last name is just, Elvish for owl, because he likes owls.
I'm Trevor. I'm playing the character Nyx with burning red eyes. Nyx with burning red eyes. And his last name is Bright. He was born into a noble family, hence the actual last name, as he's a changeling artificer. Changelings don't normally have last names, they normally just have hyphenated names.
Hello there. My name is Tibril Darrow. I am a half-elf man from the town of Owlton. I am what you might call a soul knife. And before I get too far, let me explain what a soul knife is. A soul knife is someone who can summon a weapon that is bound to our soul. I used to have a longsword like my father, but now it's a glaive with etchings of flowers throughout the whole thing. Along with being able to summon the glaive, I'm able to use my mind to connect to the soul of others, to communicate and help in battle. Our friend Tomb, not being able to speak, but I'm able to connect to his soul and kind of get a general idea of what he's thinking and what he would say. Along with all that, my mom always said I had a golden glow to me, which I didn't really understand until now to be literal. Our soul's power shows through our bodies as different colors. I've never met another soul knife besides my father, so I don't know where he learned it. My mom and I lived in a town called Owlton. But before I get too very much into that, my mom was a very sick woman. We lost a lot of money and resources trying to find a cure, but nothing worked. My father left to find something to help her, and he never returned. That was when I was 8. I'm 25 now. Once I became a teen, I started working at the local apothecary. My father was a medic, master with blades and medicine, and I wanted to be like that. Medicine and plants, it's always been fascinating to me. I have my dad's journal here, and one day while looking through, I found something that I wasn't really expecting. I found out the book was only half filled, but the last page talked about this plant called the golden snapdragon. But apparently it's a plant of legend that can cure any known disease. The only other thing that's on these pages are 2 places, Mistreeston and Chanbu. And I think this is where he thought they were, which makes sense with how rare it is. That'd be in 2 of the hardest countries to get into. I haven't been to either of these places, but it's the only lead I got. And one day we were raided by goblins. And then a group of adventurers came up. They helped clear the goblins away, and they even helped save a lot of people that day. They invited me to come along on the adventure. This is the only chance I had to find my dad. But before I left, my mom gave me a couple things. But she pulled out a cape. a long purple cape with 2 golden pauldrons on the side. It fit perfectly, like it was made to fit me. Then she also gave me her wedding ring. Told me to if I find Dad, tell him to get his butt home. Now I have three things I have to do. I have to find my dad, find the golden snapdragon, and make it home alive. Because if I don't, my mother will kill me.
So my name's Emma, and I'm gonna explain to you what my character looks like and everything because he actually can't talk. So his name is Toon. He is a Warforged necromancer, and he kind of got his voice box ripped out, and so he can't speak. All he does is screech occasionally. He does write in a little notebook, so that's how he communicates most of the time. And he is covered in cherry blossoms, and he has a giant gash in the middle of his torso where he hides his familiar talon and some skulls and some other miscellaneous things. And yeah, he is silver with 2 green bands around each arm, and he has blue eyes. And that's pretty much it.
My name is Redguest. I am but a simple tabaxi who lives within others' means. I never knew my parents, but the Order of the Ghost Slayers made up for that. They taught me how to fight with honor as one of their esteemed blood hunters. My mercenary work taught me how to value my own life. These 2 paths have coiled into a journey of broken love and pointless purchases, where I now find myself with the Wandering Vanguard. I have no doubt they will be able to help me on my current mission.
And I think that's about it. Thanks so much for listening to this episode. And the next one will be up for all of you next Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See ya!
So Nyx, you go in your room, give me a perception check as you take watch, essentially.
16.
Alright. And then give me a intelligence check with disadvantage because you are so jittery.
So I rolled a natural 20, and then I rolled a 17 plus my intelligence modifier, which is plus 3.
So dirty 20.
So dirty 20.
Nice. Okay. You lock yourself in your room. Every so often glancing out of the window, out of the door. You look at all of the formulas and really putting your brain to it. This is kind of like the first time like you're not on the move or out in... You're kind of more like in your element, indoors, theorizing about things, which you're used to doing, sort of like a workshop situation, instead of actually being out in the elements. So you find more purchase and more RAM in your brain, essentially, to be able to kind of kick out some more ideas on how to sort of get this project going. And you feel like whatever you theorize, you might be able to get the materials now and start to play with it.
Okay, I would like to... Sticking with that idea, I would like to keep thinking up stuff, and as soon as I know that Tavis is back, I will ask him about where the nearest shop is, or where the nearest like shops are, so I can go start purchasing stuff to try to create this hat.
Awesome.
So you spend your time doing that. And speaking of Tavis, we're going to cut back to Tavis. You rejoin the group as you leave that tense situation. You just heard Nyx go up the steps behind you. And you are walking down the stairs into the heat of the sauna. And you see Actually, do you want to describe the sauna?
Okay, at the bottom of the steps, there's this huge room with just one big pool and a couple of smaller ones of just kind of saunas and chairs and steam just filling the room. And I walk down and I say, yeah, this is the sauna. What do you guys think of it? Pretty snazzy, huh? Well, alright. There's not much else here to see, so how about we go upstairs and see the garden? I think that's the only place left. Other than the 4th floor, but we're not allowed up there.
Why not?
That's where my parents live.
Oh. I was hoping it was something more exciting.
I mean, they have stuff from when they used to adventure when they were young before they decided, I'm just going to open up a shop and live a calmer life because adventuring is a little boring for me.
That is an interesting way to look at it.
Yeah, I know, right?
So the garden?
Well, why don't we go to... yeah, the garden. Let's go check it out. Get some fresh air and relax a little bit.
Do we
walk up
do
the
I
steps.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I also walk
no,
upstairs. Do I see Nyx at the table still?
No. So where you walked back is sort of like the situation where you walked down the hallway, and where there's the steps go up. These are the steps that go down under those steps.
Oh, all right.
So when you come back up, you can peek around the corner into the back side of the dining room if you want.
Will I be able to see the table from there, or maybe not?
You kind of have to walk in a little bit, but if you want to do that, give me a perception check.
Okay.
Just to lay out the layout more.
Dang it! 6 with a natural 1.
Oh man. Okay.
That sauna really messed up my eyes. It's covered in fur.
But underneath all that fur, though, your skin cleared up a little.
No, it didn't. Did not.
No, it did
I am sweaty
not.
and I am uncomfortable. I want to see the garden.
Alright, fine.
You said 6?
Yeah.
Okay. You walk in, and there is a split second that you see a little bit of a black cloak and some black hair vanish behind the door frame as you walk in. But you don't see Nyx at the table, and that's what you were looking.
Oh, he must have gone back to his room or something. Then I'll return back to the group.
You return to the group in the main hallway, right out of the steps.
I stopped talking about a vase while Red Gus was gone, and I say, "Oh, you're back. We can continue." And I walk the group to the door to the garden,
Right.
and I say, "Yeah."
No, sorry, what you're saying?
And I
Please
say, "Now this door frame, I don't know where it came from, but my mom told me it's the oldest thing in this house." And
Older
then I
than
open...
you?
Yes, older than me.
Older than Virgil?
Older than Virgil.
I don't know if that's really hard.
Fair. I guess I am older than you.
Now, Thallery, Virgil says.
Oh.
Is it older? Is it older than Thallery?
I think for a moment. I think so, yes.
Whoa!
That is so old.
Yes.
Right guest. Oh, wait. Oh no, he's not here. We're fine.
It's all good.
I'm gonna open the doors, and I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna kind of push them open, and I'm gonna walk through, and I'm gonna be like gesturing all around, like the flowers and everything. And this is the garden.
All right. Do you walk out the front door or the back door to get to the garden?
The front door. Yeah.
Front door. All right. So you start walking towards the front door, and you have that whole situation. And you push open the door, and Red Guest, even with your low roll, you see an elven woman walking down the driveway away from this house in a black cloak and dark hair and kind of familiar dark brown skin.
I'm gonna start to wander away towards her.
Are you being sneaky? Are you being not sneaky?
I'm being sneaky.
Alright, roll a stealth check.
Okay, dice, one more try. You get one more chance. Okay, so that is plus stealth, you said?
Mm-hmm.
That is 21.
Wow, see, these are the rolls coming out now. So she's about 30 feet away. But with your cat-like reflexes, as Tavis comes out and starts pointing to which and every way, what the pretty flowers, the flowers that his mom really likes, the flowers his mom dislikes but keeps because of the herbal quality of them. You just kind of veer off and no one notices. And you start tiptoeing along. I'm trying to remember the words that I'm trying to think of.
To the tulips?
And you catch up to her pretty quickly. It seems that she has not seen you. You're about 10 feet back from her and just walking very stealthily behind her.
Sorry. Excuse me.
The figure kind of stops a second and then turns a little bit so you don't see as much of her skin and more of her cloak. Yes?
Where did you get the cool cloak?
In town. She starts walking again.
Oh, okay. Sorry, you looked familiar. You seemed familiar. I don't know. Do I recognize the voice at all? Or is it just not enough
roll
said?
history.
Okay.
The DC's pretty low for it.
It rolled off the table.
Oh, not that low.
Okay, history. That is a 22.
You know for a fact who this is. This is Rio.
You say Rio?
Yep.
Rio?
The cloak stops again. I'm sorry. I think you might have the wrong half elf.
I didn't know you were half elf. Till you said that.
Oh shit.
Ria, where have you been? I haven't seen you in days. Or weeks, months, years.
And the cloak kind of sighs and turns around, revealing the very familiar face of the half-elven, brown-skinned, grey-eyed woman that you know. She changed a little bit. Of course, the both of you have. Seems that her face has matured a couple years, and that she has grown out her hair and shaved the left side of her head to give it sort of like the faux hawk feel. And she has two swords at her hips, a rapier on the left and a short sword on the right, and a glowing ring that takes up two of her fingers on her right hand, and very black clothing other than her golden ring.
I like your hair. Makes you look mysterious.
Thank you, Red Guest. What are you doing in the Feywild?
I'm here with on a job. What are you doing here?
I'm here also on a job. What is your job?
I feel like you should say first, since I caught you. How's that?
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay. Natural 20, 26. Where were you earlier, Dice?
They're like, you didn't need us then? I'm here trying to find someone of importance. How about that?
Are they from here, or did they come here recently? You're following them.
I don't know.
Do you know anything about your target? Maybe I know
Other
something.
than their name.
Well, what's their name?
Her name is Vendressa Fairlie.
Oh, nope, never heard of her.
Neither had I before now. What are you here for? Deal's a deal.
I am here to retrieve something, but also to take care of some, and I lean in, unwanted personnel for, the father.
Oh, you're still working for the father.
Yeah, well, it's what happens when the love of your life runs off in the middle of the night. With your money.
Is that what you're on about? Well, when the love of your life runs off... Actually, it doesn't run off. Oh, it kind of runs off with your father's life. Kind of pisses you off.
That was years ago. I barely even remember, Keen.
And that's supposed to make it better, Rude Guest?
Well, I mean... It wasn't personal.
Ah, nothing personal, just business, huh? That sort of attitude.
Yeah, it kind of has to be. I didn't get to live a fancy noblewoman's life.
Ah,
didn't get to run off when I got tired of Daddy's money.
You never lived my life. You don't know the issues that I had with that man. You do not get to come up here after years of not seeing each other and tell me that, oh, I had it worse than you. You do not get to tell me any of that.
I was raised in an underground city.
That is nice. You do not get to tell me that. After you killed my father, and you didn't tell me about it. See, the issue is, I didn't really care if you killed him. The fact that you didn't tell me, and you hid it. What else would you be hiding from me? If you didn't tell me that.
That's a fair question. You know what? I might have been in the wrong here.
No. You think.
How long will you be in town?
For as long as I need to be.
Do you want to grab dinner some night? Talk about how wrong I was?
She leans back and blinks a little bit. Roll an insight check real quick.
$10.
Her face is as smooth and unreadable as you remember.
Ah, good. I will be here most nights, probably. I don't know how long. I might die. We'll see.
Well, I guess it was good to reopen this wound with you tonight. I will be at Skrynet. Good day. She turns around.
Good day.
And walks away.
Haha. Red guest. Why don't you ever shut up? And then I return to the group.
Redigus returns to the Tavis, and seamlessly integrates himself back into the group. Tavis, would you like to continue your tour?
I guess I kind of just continue to lead them through the garden.
Alright, you lead them through, kind of giving everyone sort of like, this is what that is from. Ooh, that's where this sibling did that thing. Oh, Visaria actually broke her ankle over here one time. You lead them to the back of the compound, and then back in through the back door. The house tour completed.
So, that was my home. What do you all think? Or any questions, actually?
Virgil pipes up. So, where did you get all of the wood to make this house? It's really big.
I think around... How old am I? I'm gonna start counting on my fingers. I believe when my parents had it, it was just a 2-story house.
Wow.
So, before that they got it from the woods, but then I think after that they got it from a lumber mill.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Beliada's eyes are wide. I know so much more about your life now. If we ever have time, can you also give a similar tour throughout the city?
Maybe someday.
I bet Timbrel would have liked that garden.
Ekman kind of like perks up. Oh, that's right. He's been gone actually quite a while. I was so enraptured by all of this that I completely slipped my mind.
Oh. Yeah, yeah. Maybe we should, go look for him.
Yeah, maybe we should. It's been a while.
Also, where's Tim?
Oh. Yeah, I'm not getting a great feeling about this. Why don't, what, do you remember? They went back up to our room, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, I believe so.
Why don't we go check it out?
Ekman's gonna start walking up the stairs.
Wait for me.
Alright, all of you start pounding up the stairs, and around that time, we're going to cut over to Tibril and to you both are surrounded in black. Just kind of floating there.
Do we see each other?
Roll perception check.
Okay. Nat 20 plus. Oh, just nat 20.
25.
All right. Both of you, for a long while, it's black. And then there's a second where you turn and you see a faint outline in the distance of each other at the same time.
I reach for Tibril's.
And I'm going to reach out for Tomb.
Grasp each other and are able to grab onto each other's forearms and like haul each other closer.
Tomb, are you all right?
Can I hear him?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I shake my head, yes.
I am so sorry. I should not have pushed farther. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I shake my head no, trying to like communicate that it's not just your fault.
Well, whatever we did, seemed to at least calm down a little bit.
Yeah, I shake my head, yes.
So before all that, you wanted to talk to me about something.
Okay, two probably remembers, but I actually don't remember. What did I do?
You were freaking out about Skynet. And see.
Oh, that's right.
The figurines and everything.
Got it. Yeah. Since he's in my mind, can he hear my thoughts? Or does he have to do a psionic link?
I am still in a psionic link with you originally.
Okay.
Alright, you guys are still connected.
Yeah.
Okay, so I basically kind of recap and like talk to you about how.
Wait, while Tomb talks, does he sound different, or does he sound like what you described he talked like, or no?
Oh.
He sounds a little smoother.
Oh. Look at that.
Not charismatic,
Right.
but the voice is smoother.
It's a little less rough.
Not like Red Guest level charismatic.
Right.
Yeah, so I guess I explain that before we tried this experiment, I guess even now, like, I would say that I feel like that the way these people here are seeing us could potentially be through me, but now I'm not so sure.
Yeah, after
because
all.
of what just happened.
Yeah, after all that, I don't think so. I think you're good.
So then we gotta figure out how we're being seen or watched.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
And if it goes back all the way to where they knew who Perthy and Vez were.
Yeah.
And they knew about the instance where Tavis lost his hand.
Right. Yeah. That's what the boy was saying.
Did the boy mention any other things that happened before then?
The way he was sounding, it was from when we signed the venturing.
We became so we already met you.
Yeah.
And we're becoming an adventuring guild.
It's
or not a part of the adventuring guild, that's what I meant.
Wait. Tomb.
Yeah.
It's all started once we signed with the adventuring guild.
Mm-hmm.
Is this all sort of a thing with them? Is this normal for them? I'm wondering.
I know, I guess we never really thought to ask.
I guess, yeah. Well, I guess that's a question for another time.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna reach over and give Toom a hug. It's like soul hug.
I kind of sit there for a second. I'm like, oh. And then I like slowly hug back.
Okay. Whenever we need to talk, get me. We'll talk. We'll come in here. No soul stab.
I shake my head in agreement.
All right. Now let's whenever we need to talk, let's talk. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I've been in here for a while. I'm gonna break the link if that's okay.
Okay.
Okay. Like I said, if there's anything else, let me know.
Okay.
And I'm going to break the psionic link with Toom.
Make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh wait, that was crooked. So it's let me see. What's the so yeah, still +4 for proficiency. So 16.
You start to sort of back up is like the feeling that you get every time you like disassociate from what you are linked to. It's sort of like a backing up feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And coming back home feeling. And there's a second, a brief second where you can't. And then it lets you go. Almost like, you didn't do that. I let you.
Oh.
And you return to your body.
That's scary.
Would Ekman have walked in at this point, or has anybody?
At this point,
or are we still by ourselves?
You're by yourselves for a couple more seconds.
Okay.
But you don't know that. But
right.
To answer your question.
So probably not used to like having to pull myself that much out of someone's mind. I'm gonna kind of like, like those things in sometimes cartoons where it's like the soul goes back into them, they kind of jerk back, like
mm-hmm.
I start falling backwards a little bit. It's like, whoa, wow, that. And I'm going to look up at Toom. Is there anything weird?
I'm pretty sure the blanket's still over my head.
Oh, that's fair. I'm gonna take the wrap over his head. Off his head.
You come back, and you kind of notice... Actually, roll a perception check for me.
Okay. Crooked again. Come on. There we go. So that's the wrong one. 17.
You notice that there almost seems to be singe marks in this blanket. Every couple inches, it seems sporadically.
Oh my.
I take it off. I take the wrapping off.
Truly fighting myself.
Yeah. Take everything off. And Tomb's eyes seem to be a similar shade of blue. But as you look into them, the center is almost purple.
Ooh.
As there's a red undertone.
Tomb, can you hear me?
Can I hear him?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, I shake my head yes.
Oh, all right. Can you look at me real quick? I'm gonna kind of hold his head, kind of like looking into his eyes. Like, okay, that's new. So we might want to keep an eye on that.
I nod.
If anything weird happens, you notice anything else weird, still holding his head, we're talking about it. All right?
I nod.
Okay. I'm gonna hug him, do like the mom kiss on the forehead, and then then stand up.
And right as you stand up.
Wait, I was fairly close to the door.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get hit with the door?
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. I rolled a. Oh no! Wait, I'm proficient in that. Yay! 10.
You are able to get out of the way because the person knocked, and then waited a second, then came in.
Okay.
And it is all of your friends besides Nyx and Valerie.
Hello guys. What's up?
I do have a question. Do me and him look like physically exhausted?
You guys look like you've put like a full day's work in something.
Oh gosh.
What?
It's a long story. Oh.
Oh.
Man, I need.
Tipperl?
I'm okay. Oh man.
Oh man, yeah.
Are you?
Oh man. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about me. I'll tell you about it later.
I'm still sitting on the ground at this point, and I just kind of slowly look up at all of them.
And you look up, and all of you look over and see a very similar sight of Tomb's eyes being kind of muddy looking by the red, blue on the outside, swirling red, and kind of a tinge of purple on the inside from the mix of the two. And then as you look over at Tipperl, Ekman's just staring at Tipperl, but not in a I like you, you're cute way. More of a what is happening. And as you guys kind of look over at Tipperl, you can kind of see why. There's like a outline of silver around Tipperl as you look at him.
Do I notice it?
No.
Oh.
Do I notice it?
Everyone who's looking at him does.
Okay.
What? Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm just tired. That was a...
You're shiny.
What do you... I mean, I always kind of glow. You guys have seen that, what?
I'm not the only one who sees the new color, right?
Yeah, the silver?
Silver?
You're silver now.
Yes.
I look down. Do I see silver, or am I just like...
Yeah, you see emanating from, like, around your skin is, like, a sort of, like, silver outline. And not your silver skin, your skin is a silver outline.
Huh. That's new. I'm gonna summon the glaive.
It pops up. And it is no longer purple, no longer yellow. It is a bright silver glaive.
Huh. That's interesting. Do I feel different? Do I feel anything weird? Besides just like tired from all the things?
No.
Huh. Tomb, I guess it's another thing to keep an eye on, huh?
I nod.
Well, this is not something to worry about right now. Hey, Ekman, did you happen to hold my breakfast for me?
Oh, speaking of that, and he kind of like digs in his pocket. So, it's been a while. So, I wasn't able to hold your pancakes or anything like that.
How long is a while?
It's been several hours.
How many hours did it feel like for us, Sam?
Yeah, did it feel like days or weeks or months?
It felt like a half hour.
Whoa.
Me and Tomb have only been in here for like a half hour.
The amazing house tour that Tavis just gave us begs to differ.
Indeed.
Ekman, like, yeah, that was a good chunk of our day.
Interesting.
So, you missed pancakes, but I got you a sandwich.
I appreciate it. I need some.
Okay.
I'm going to take the sandwich and I'm going to set it down on the counter. Okay. So before I eat that, I don't know what the plan is for a while. For the next couple days, whatever. But it's really been... I can't get over that it's been a few hours, man. That's weird. Well, Tavis, you said there was a library near here, right?
Yes, there is.
All right. Okay. What time is it? Like a sun setting, or...
I look out the window.
You guys got up like adventurer's morning o'clock, which is pretty early because you guys travel a lot. So a couple hours. It's been like it's past lunch.
It's past lunch. Alrighty. Well, then there's still time. I guess I want to go to the library. I want to read into some stuff. Figure out what kind of stuff's going on.
Tomb gets up to follow you.
Could you point me in the right direction for the library?
Sure. And I point him in the direction of the library.
Okay, you would know that the library, so you are in old Astrazelia right now, right?
Yes.
You are like in the corner, in like the back left-hand corner of Astrazelia. And to get there, you kind of like walk through old Astrazelia on the path, past that weird little cabin that you guys almost stopped at, but you didn't. Which is where Tomb wanted to go find his paint. And then you know, like through the flea market where you also went, if you go past the flea market to the right, it would be on the more sort of like, I don't want to say lawful side of town, the more place where like the police officers are, the Sealy court is, and there's also a college over there right next to the court, where the library is also taking residence.
Cut out when you say that last part.
You would know that it is next to the Sealy courthouse.
Okay.
And sorry, brain just shut off for like half a second. It is next to the Sealy courthouse, and it is like Queen Tatiana's College of Excellence.
Okay. I say all of that to Toby.
Awesome. Oh man, I'm gonna kind of wipe my face. Maybe not thinking about it. I'm exhausted. That was exhausting. Maybe do it after a while. Eat some food. Rest up. And Tomb, you look like you, for one who doesn't sleep, it looks like you might need a nap as well.
I shake my head in agreement.
Alright.
So Ekman, what kind of sandwich did you get me?
Oh, I got you a sort of dried meat sandwich because I wasn't sure when you were coming down and I wanted it to keep, so as lettuce on there and tomato and sort of dried jerky. It's like a dried jerky BLT without the ranch because that goes bad.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Well, thank you. Thank you much.
Not a problem.
Okay, I'm gonna sit down for a little bit. I'm gonna go eat my sandwich. Just let me know where we're going. Let me know if we're going anywhere. But I'm gonna go eat my sandwich. And I walk over where I set the sandwich down. I grab it. And, you know, like, do that college dorm room thing where you lay on the bed eating the food.
Oh, yeah. You lay back, mouth in sandwich, not leaving till it's gone.
I have done that multiple times. Like, lean against the wall, back of the bed type of thing, chewing on a sandwich. I do it with Pop-Tarts.
But I get up and I walk over to the bed and I sit with my back leaning against the bed.
Are you sitting next to Tibril?
Yeah.
He's gonna do a head pat.
Oh, that's cute.
Well, alright. And Ekman says, like, well, I'm going to see if I can get any more information about anything around here. Let me know if you need me. And then he walks out. What would you guys like to do?
Eat my sandwich.
Sit forever.
Sit forever.
Yes.
We'll sit in there in silence in friendship.
Does anybody knock on my door? I'll go knock on next.
Red guest, you go up to Nyx's door and
What? Wait, sorry, what?
there's a on your door.
I pull out my gun and I pull back the trigger very audibly, and I say enter, holding it directly at the door.
I open the door, I walk in, I look down, look up, look down, look back to you. You should probably aim high at her. You want to try to get through the neck. That's a humanoid.
Oh, okay. Sorry, just this weird lady was interrogating me earlier and somehow knew I was a noble? It was weird.
Was she brown haired, dark skinned, black cloak?
Yep, that's the one. Oh, you know what? I just turned into her really fast. This is what she looked like.
Oh, yep, that's her.
And I turned back.
Have you been here all day?
Yes, I'm actually. I've hit a breakthrough. I can start developing the helmet to help with Tomb's memory.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, I just need supplies. And probably money. Money and supplies.
Good thing we're in a city. Oh, you know what you could do? If there's all these famous adventurers, you could change into them on the street for money.
Famous adventurers?
Like us? Like, remember the child with the toys of all of us?
We're famous?
We're famous.
Oh, I could probably store so many people to give me stuff.
Right?
We need to quickly find the nearest shop.
I bet Tavis wouldn't. Yeah.
Tavis!
I run to Nyx's room.
Yeah, you definitely hear it.
Yes.
Hey, where is the nearest general store? Because I need supplies to start making the helmet.
I think to myself.
Where's the nearest general store?
I will make you owe half the amount that you currently owe.
Okay.
I
know where the general stores are, right? Or
from
at
your
least the
memory from
one.
where you left.
Or at least the places where Nyx needs to get the exact stuff he needs.
Yeah, you would know that in Astrazelia, people profit from not being general, but being specific. And that your dad has all the metal and stuff. The flea market, you can probably scrounge up a lot of stuff. In the city, there's a pastry shop, a place called Valkyrie's Proper Posture.
Is it a chiropractor?
Chiropractor and clothing shop.
Oh.
You say Valkyries?
Yes. And then Vinry's Marvelous Meandering House of Oddities.
Okay.
What? Sam, what shops would pertain specifically to what I need? Would you say to create a prototype of the helmet, I would just need probably a helmet. And then some magic stuff.
If you want to get sort of like magical circuitry, Tavis, you would know that you could either go to like a sort of like thrift shop, or he could go to your dad's and commission a helmet. Or he could go to Proper Posture and get a hat. Or maybe go into the labs of the college and see if he can use any of the lab equipment. And there's also a magic store nearby for that too.
I tell him all of that.
I could probably get a grant from the college.
Wouldn't hurt to try.
Tavis,
I mean, maybe you could. It might be a bit of a stretch because you're not from the Feywild, but you could probably work something out.
They could be your patrons.
That too.
How about I see how much it costs to purchase everything, and then we'll go from there.
All right.
So, could you please take me to the hat shop, and then also the magic shop?
Right now, Toom and Tibble are resting, and I feel they might want to go out with us, so I can show them the way, too. We could wait, or we could go now, if you're in that much of a hurry.
I could probably get this done before they wake up.
Alright then. You, me, and Redgus could go out and look for the stuff we need.
Alright. Please lead the way.
Alright. I turn around and I walk out the door.
As I walk past Redguest, I say, "It'll take me longer than..." I whisper to him, "It'll take me longer than at least a day." And then I follow Tavis.
This will be fun. Now follow behind.
Do I hear that?
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
DC's real high because you're already out the door.
Okay, well... With this, it would come to...
-3.
Not even close. It's -4.
Ooh.
Perception. Okay, there it is. That would be 17.
No, you kind of just walk down the steps.
Well, alright.
By the way, I left my armor in my room.
Okay.
Okay.
That
you
was
saying that out loud, or?
That was a Sam thing.
Okay.
No.
Alright.
What does scale mail give you?
It's quite a big plus, I'm pretty sure.
Scale mail is
scale mail.
AC 14.
Damn, so just, so...
You can just take it off
in D&D Beyond.
I don't have my character in D&D Beyond.
Ah!
Because I would have to buy books.
True. Okay. So for scale mail...
I think I would have a...
AC.
Because AC is based off of your dex, right?
Yeah. So it's 11 plus dexterity modifier.
It's 11 plus your dexterity modifier? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just do that. My AC is 13 currently.
Oh, sorry, it's 10 plus dexterity modifier. I was looking at leather armor.
It's 12 then. Can it be my constitution?
Sorry, you have a lot of hit points, but you're not that hard to hit.
Oh, boy, okay.
Yeah. So all of you in your various ways experienced today in completely different ways. Some of you had a huge adventure in a parallel timeline. Some of you had a very nice and very informing house tour.
And some of you
Was almost
creating
kidnapped.
was almost kidnapped. And some of you are creating wondrous magical items that could change the entire campaign.
The entire world.
But the entire world. Profit. And all of you, and as the three of you set out to go on your shopping trip, and the other two wind down and after a very tiresome couple hours in the day, we shall end it there.
Woo! I love the collective. Woo!
Freaking heck.
Okay, I'm good.
Zach, when I said the world, I meant the world.
And that was this episode of Audio Adventures. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and most of all, please share to get out the word so we can share our story with you and keep doing what we're doing. If you have an idea for an NPC, a shop, or even an encounter, please comment down below. You might be seeing any of those in the next session or maybe even the upcoming sessions. Again, thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next week. Please stay safe, everyone, and wear those seatbelts.